both feel we're living worlds apart. It's fucked now, we lost in limbo. Remembering what you said though, and I asked you if we'd make it far. That one last kiss that they write about, my one last wish you could never doubt. I trust angels who fly away from you, and you told me that we'd never die. Gave me so many reasons why we were meant to be. Then she said no, 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 no. No, 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 no. You showed I've earned the cost, and now I've paid it. Oh no, no, no. Oh please don't go. I know my face a memory erasing. Been a few years since I heard your voice, yeah. Lost a few here, but it's not by choice, no. Girl, I see your face every day when I look through my phone. Can't delete all these memories, won't leave me alone. Hit my blind side, never saw you coming. You were so wild, but no, I was nothing. And I'm nothing now, nothing's changed. You know I'm just the same. Miss you now, but I hope that someday you explain. That one last kiss that they write about, my one last wish you could never doubt. I trust angels who fly away from you, and you told me that we'd never die. Gave me so many reasons why we were meant to be. Then she said,
Good morning, everyone. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. I don't have my camera on or anything right now, so I apologize for that. But I thought we could go over Ziggy's interview with Fred Hill. And I would really like Ziggy to do it as well. That way we could kind of get more commentary on it. I think it's important, though, that we listen to his words and see if there's anything that we can get pertaining to any clues about maybe what he has said, maybe what he knows more, and take note of it. It's good to see you all in here. Hello, guys. Good morning, Peas, Arkansasy, Chloe, Gator, Juno, Jenna, always late, Lena, Bots, Hindsight, Peas, One Love, Trev, Red, Tickhound, Blue Willow. Good to see you all. I see you. Good morning, YouTuber, Chloe, Kayla, Debbie, hi, DJ, Kimberly, I think it's hey Juno. It's good to see you all. Lynn, hello. Hindsight, Cotton Candy, Peas in the Pod, Clipper, I could say hi to you, Funny Face Brenda, Stormy, good to see you all. Tony and Michelle, Annabelle's, English Rose, Zelda, Gloria. I wasn't expecting that many to be in here, actually, because I usually don't go live early. But y'all were up early. Be the Bean, hello. Tiana, hello. How are you doing? It's good to see you all. Cassie, good morning. Wise Old Lady, Wild Cherry, Laura, and anybody else I missed. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Regina. All right, so let's get started on this. This phone call was taken with Fred June 17th, 2022. So, almost 14 months ago.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
a four-wheeler or something other than just trading around mostly.
Could y'all hear that? Let me know in the chat if y'all could hear that. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Did the one, okay, so she told me something very, very interesting earlier about that truck out there. Did Don, you got that truck off, Don? It's, I think, like blue down there at the end. It's like, kind of like, not much left of it, but it's part of the frame and stuff.
Yeah.
Is that from Don?
Yeah, that was actually from Don. That come about 2 months before Summer went missing. I don't know. He come here one night and he had Haskell runs his dog. He picked it up along the road somewhere. He said he'd hit it and stuff. I mean,
So is this the only vehicle Fred ever picked up? The blue one? Does anyone know? And Fred says it was 2 months before. So just curious. I'm taking notes.
I recognized the dog as soon as
He said he hit it?
he said he'd hit it down about Beach Creek Market, somewhere down there. But I don't know. She didn't act like she'd been hit, you know. Because she got out here and drove me crazy up on the top of the roof, running back and forward and every damn thing. I was trying to get hold of Haskell, Hack is his real name, but to come and get her. And then he was trying to say like I had stole her or something.
What kind of dog is,
She's just mixed up like dog. There's some kin to the dog said is
that were down there?
Yeah, the smaller like dogs.
Oh, okay. So kind of like, probably like mine.
Like they call them mountain fast, I guess, or something like that.
Yeah, I tried looking up that Haskell guy.
Okay, someone saying he hauled off a vehicle from Don's, but was he up at Don's that day? And if so, what time was it?
I tried looking up that Marlena Crawford too. Are you related to her? Or
Yeah.
because I saw Crawford in your tree.
I'm related to them on my mom's side.
So then that means that.
Third or fourth cousins, I think.
Are you related to, by chance, to the Goads?
No, I'm not related.
Do you know how Don's mom got here?
They even come about, really. I mean.
So you don't know anything about the Goads,
No.
like or William Goad?
No.
Right. So, yeah, he wasn't at 110 Ben Hill. I just want to make that clear. He wasn't at 110 at all June 15th, other than passing by there the morning. He was hauling off cars that day.
Huh.
I mean, that's what a lot of them do in that area. They haul off cars and then they they scrap it, is what they do. That's how they make money. They haul off cars, they haul off refrigerators, they haul off anything, just to make money. And there's like, a couple houses down there, morning Stephanie, that kind of do this stuff, not only Fred.
No. Well, Karen goes one that moved in and had the house and stuff built, but I can barely remember. I mean, I remember some of things that I'd heard, you know, like this hearsay shit.
Like-
you know, part of me knowing for sure.
Like what?
I mean, just like Dawn stuff got kind of drive her crazy and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Recording device. I mean, not recording devices, but devices under her house with recordings and stuff. And she.
When he was bad on coke or something?
You know, I believe it was. He was just. I
Crack
believe he was
or-
trying to drive her crazy or something other myself. Figured
Well,
she'd
did
move
you-
out or something.
did you-
And he would have it. I'd say. I my thoughts, you know.
Yeah.
But that's for him, Candace, I believe, got together when he was doing that.
Didn't
I'm thinking.
didn't he did he
Me and Don, we've not never really talked that much. I mean, he come here once in a, maybe, like I said, probably 10 times the whole time he lived down there up till Summer went missing. And even the night she went missing, he was here. And the law down there, I mean, well, I come in that night, I don't think exactly what time I come in. Because I was going to haul cars that day, and then they closed before I could get anything hauled. And then I was going to go to a grocery store, and then I ran on the man out here in Sullivan. He broke down on a motorcycle, and I told him, he asked if I could get hold of somebody to come get it, you know, haul it in for him. And I told him, I said, well, I got a trailer, so I come back and got a trailer here. And went for him the same day Summer went missing. And
was it
I didn't see nothing in down the holler down there during the times that they allowed she went missing.
you don't know what
I can't. 3 days before she went missing, there's a white HHR set straight across from that building on the highway down there, where you go around Simpson Loop, right there, right on the corner. They sit crossways right again that bank right there. 3 days before she went missing. And I mean, every time I go to the end of the road right here and turn up the highway, I mean, I could see them there, you know. I never did go down through there to see who it was or nothing, but they'd be like 2 or 3 people standing out. Every time I go out of the hall or anything, every time I look down through there's that white HHR. And it was just 3 days before she went missing, every day up to that day. That's what didn't make sense to me. But there's a girl in here that day too that I seen her come in. See, I did like Andy and them. He was in here
that earlier that day?
earlier that day because I had to move and let him by because I had pulled the blue car and helped my mom's over in the road, and I had the truck parked in the road, edge of the road with the door open, and I had to go move the truck to let him by.
Let Andy by?
Yeah, but what didn't make sense, there's the truck come in, I was down here working.
That's always been suspicious of, you know, to me. What time would Andy normally go to work? I'm going to write that down. In my opinion, Fred doesn't know much, just likes the attention. You know, it's going to be something, you know, something very, very small could really make a very big difference in this case. Trying to steal our neighbor off. What does that say? Off his truck was literally under the truck at 1 a.m. and when we was, he said he thought he heard me. I don't know what that means. We said DV stitch under a truck. Fred here says he didn't have the trailer. Fred says he didn't have the trailer here. Well, if you don't have the trailer, how are you going? Oh, catalytic converters, gotcha. I mean, if he was hauling off catalytic converters, that's, you know, you probably don't need a trailer, but if you're hauling out cars, you do need a trailer.
On some junk and stuff, loading and stuff, and the truck went in, and I was trying to wait on it to come back out. I pulled out of the road. Well, he kept staying way back, just sitting like. Now it kind of makes sense, you know, but then it didn't. I just thought they was just waiting on me or something to do what I was doing, you know, just being kind. So I finally just backed all the way down here to this wide spot and turned around. And that's when I went on down Lawrence and started working on the cars and stuff down there. But I cannot think what kind of truck.
What's interesting to me is nothing really happens on Ben Hill Road, but around June 15th, there is a lot going on. You know, you got Jody Sue and the neighbor situation, and Fred, you know, he's hauling off his cars, and everyone's, you know, there's kind of chaos in the holler. They're down there partying the night before. CPS has, you know, been there. Just all kinds of stuff for that little hollow. And then, you know, they're looking for Dobbs the night before. Kids are on the roof, allegedly.
It was or nothing. I just remember it was a dark colored truck. So I can't remember if it. That's what bothers me so bad. I remember everything about that day, but that right there.
And they were past your driveway over here a little bit?
Yeah, they's on past about where the waterfall is and facing back out this. So they went up there and turned and come back down to right there. And then I got thinking about it because I went back down here and turned, and then I went down there and started working on their cars. And I didn't even think at the time about that vehicle hadn't even come out yet. And then Andy comes in that little car that they was driving, and one of Jody Sue was still driving there.
Are you talking about that silver car? Because I was going to ask you about that silver car. They had a little silver, because that's on my list of questions.
See, that's when Andy was in that day, with that little silver car.
The day that Summer went missing?
And then it was like Andy came in, when I let Andy by, well, this is what happened. It's crazy. That truck come in, and then I was down there working. I had cars partly in the road and trailer and everything, and then I was
at the end of your drive here?
Yeah, and in my driveway right here. Well, I was trying to get all that mess kind of straightened up, and I was running short of time, so I was.
Well, according to Don, they were there on the 14th. He said they were there on the 14th, and 24 hours later, almost to the minute, he said, or the hour, that Summer came up missing. And then he said 24 hours after that, which would be the 16th. Well, how do we know it's a lie? That's the thing. How do we know it's a lie? I mean, anything Dawn and Candace say could be a lie, obviously, but.
Sit there with it, and because I didn't have time to get it unloaded and get to where I need to sell it in time, so I just forgot it, you know, just kind of got it out of the way. Well, I started out of or back down here to turn. When I do, there's a girl comes in a car, and this truck's still in here at the time, and I can't remember what tag.
And this is
it was out of state tag. I was trying to think what tag it was on it. But it was odd because I never seen that car no more. I seen it come in, and I never did see it go back out, and never seen it no more.
Is this when you were on the way to your mom's up here down to at 167 or 165, or were you going out of the holler?
No, I was at 165 at the bottom.
YouTuber, I agree. Candace has the letter of where, you know, the reasons why they took the boys. She has them. She's probably never going to show them, though. There was some. What about the tree trimmers? Ziggy has an interview with the tree trimmers. Some of them.
He added some junk I had some junk cars just like this down there.
Oh, okay. So you weren't down here working. You were down there.
I was here at first, and then I went
to your mom.
Here and turned and went on down Mom's. Isn't that steep curve right here where there's a turn right
Yeah, and then
that's where I met that girl in that car. He's a real young like girl. It looked like she probably maybe 18 or 19.
Diana, thank you so much for becoming a member, my love. Appreciate your support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you.
19, what I was figuring, you know. And it is odd that I can't.
Do you know what color hair or anything?
Thank you, One Love, for helping an old girl out. Appreciate it. Thank you. I'm just a queen with a broken heel. Thank you.
Anything, or probably not.
Sandy blonde, kind of dirty blonde like, you know.
You have a pretty good memory, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
I could tell. I could tell because everything you're telling me.
I play a lot. I mean, I run stuff through my brain so much. I try, when there's situation comes up, I try to think what you would think about it, what somebody else think about it, and what I would think about it, not just what.
I know, that's crazy. That's what I do too. Are you a Pisces by chance?
Huh?
Are you a Pisces by chance? What's your birthday? What's your birthday?
What's your sign?
November 11th.
Oh, okay.
What's your sign? What time was you born? Let's find your planets. Let's see what you're. Just kidding.
You're actually
11/79. 76.
You and Don are close in birthday. His birthdays are in November also. I think it's in November 14th or November. Yeah, because you just seem like I think you seem like a really nice, like, you seem.
Keep going, I'm laid back.
You seem a lot like me, actually.
I think way too much. I mean, I let people push me until.
Yeah,
I can really just blow up, really.
Yeah, so I'm really.
It takes a lot to get me to that point, though.
So when you.
Val, I did not see your question. What was your question? If I can't answer it, usually the mods might. Justin, anybody, did you hear Daisy said that Candace told her that it took law enforcement over an hour to get there after she called 911? Yeah, we're not gullible here. We don't just believe anything the Wells tell us. They're suspects.
I'm still so sorry because I'm just really stuck in that story. You were just telling me you go by.
That car come in and that truck's up here. Well, I go on down there. Mom's and Dad's there at Bomb Hill. I had
in that trailer that's up on the hill, right? Your mom's. Yeah. Like.
I had an old station wagon there at Bomb Hill. Well, I had pulled it out of the brush and stuff there, and I actually had a trailer behind me then trying to get it, go ahead and get it loaded so I could take it the next morning. Well, I wasn't thinking that time. Now it comes.
Crap, I just fast forwarded. I was trying to stop it. I wanted to hear what he said about that trailer.
Makes sense, you know, but then it did.
Find it.
And
what's your birthday?
Here we go.
Take way too much. I mean, I let people push me until.
Yeah,
I want to hear about that trailer.
Blow up, really.
Yeah. So I'm really.
It takes a lot to get me to that point, though.
So when you, I'm still so sorry because I'm just really stuck in that story. You were just telling me you go by.
That car come in and that truck's up here. Well, I go on down there. Mom's and Dad's there at Bomb Hill. I had
in that trailer that's up on the hill, right? Your mom's. Yeah. Like.
I had an old station wagon there at Bomb Hill. Well, I had pulled it out of the brush and stuff there, and I actually had a trailer behind me then trying to get it, go ahead and get it loaded so I could take it the next morning. Well,
I'm wondering, is he talking about June 15th here? I don't understand what I missed. Okay. Yeah, I I don't either, but I'm trying to find out, is this the morning, is this June 15th?
I wasn't thinking that time about the other vehicles still ain't come out. Well, Andy comes in then, and
While you're at your mom's?
yeah.
So you could
while
see
he's
her.
still down there working at the road. See, that's all three of them in here then.
So why would Andy come back this way?
And Andy too.
Why would Andy come back this way?
That truck followed Andy back out. It's like Andy come in and got that truck. Like I took it like, as I look back at it now, it's like that truck was looking for Andy's place or something, and they went up there and turned, and Andy come in to...
Could be like, hey, it's back there.
Yeah, that's the way I took it, you know, because they followed him right back out. But it bothers me that my mind's blank about that truck. I know it's a dark colored truck, but I can't tell you. I can't
Did
say whether it's Chevrolet, Ford, or whatnot. That's what drove me crazy.
Did the law enforcement ask you about that too?
Huh?
Did the law enforcement ask you about that truck, or did you?
I told them everything. I mean,
Have they?
everything I know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you have.
That's just like Andy said, that work stuff. Well, Ricky Lunton at the time, you know, he was in here. I mean, he's on camera. The law knows he was in here.
The law does know that he was in here?
Yeah, he was on camera.
How,
The TBI and stuff.
they told you that? The TBI told you that?
I know, though. Well,
You know,
just like when knows he was in here.
the law does know that he was in here?
Yeah, he was on camera.
How,
The TBI and stuff.
they told you that? The TBI told you that?
I know, though.
See, that's interesting. If he says that they know, TBI knows Andy was there, why would Andy lie about that? But again, I've heard that Andy was at work, but we don't have proof of it either way.
Well,
You know,
just like when the bone deal came up,
uh-huh.
they act like I'm just one of them. I mean, they just don't try to disclose nothing. I mean, the cop that was there, he was the first one on scene down there. And the TBI man was asking him questions about where Candace was, where Dawn was. I mean, just right there in front of me, just like it was, like I was just one of them. I mean,
Well,
like, okay. I finally just left, you know, from down there. I mean,
they were asking Dawn in front of you, or wait?
they was asking, the TBI man was asking the cops questions. And I mean, just, you know, what was Candace, because two of them was the cops that was down there at night, down here at the Bones that night, was the first two on scene when someone went missing. And they was wanting, he was questioning them, kind of just trying to find out what was Dawn there, where was Candace, was they upset, was it this, was it
So they were
that?
talking about Summer,
Yeah.
even when they were down here about the.
Yeah, I mean, me standing there, just like,
That's weird. So even when they even just for that would have been in January. So even during that time, that day it was the night I was here and that all happened, and they were talking about the Summer case.
yeah. I mean, it's crazy.
They sent TBI and Hawkins over there.
Yeah. Well, see, this is TBI at Hawkins County,
Oh, okay.
inside the jail. I mean, he got his own office. TBI.
Yeah, they it must have never been anything because they didn't. I mean,
There's a
mean,
lot of stuff. They're just not telling a lot. I mean, there's a lot of stuff will come out here pretty soon, I'm sure.
so I wonder.
Yeah, I try to watch what I really reveal with those.
Well, if there was anything you wouldn't want me to say, I would not.
That's interesting. He says there's some stuff that might, that's going to come out, but, and he pauses.
Not release it. I mean, I would like, I would there was.
I mean, I was asked by the TBI and stuff not to reveal certain things, you know.
Yeah. Well.
Because, I mean, I pay attention a lot more than people think.
I think it's a lot more than the people think. There's things that TBI has told him not to say, according to Fred.
I ain't just the old dopehead that slanging dope not paying no attention.
No, I could tell you have a really good memory. You know how I know? It's because you're telling me. That's how I can tell if somebody's honest, and I can tell if you because you repeat stories the same as like the last time.
If you don't lie, you ain't got no.
Right, exactly. That's how exactly. It just like happens the same.
There's a lot of people don't like me and her because we straight up and stuff, and 90% of people can't handle the truth.
Yeah.
I mean, they say, "Oh, just be honest with me. Just tell us. Just as long as you're honest with me, this and this." I look at them all the time and I say, "You can't handle the truth." I can tell them the truth, and I think I'm telling them the biggest bullshit story they ever was.
I know.
And I can make up the biggest bullshit story they was, and they believe it.
Why do you think that is? Why do they think?
That's nothing to brag about, Fred.
Why do you think it is that? I mean, I don't know. I think. Do you think it's because you live here in? I don't.
Well, it's anywhere really. I mean, like it. I mean.
Because I get that on YouTube, and it's making me wonder. Like everybody, like I'm like the most honest person that.
Yeah, and that makes you look like you're the
biggest liar.
Dishonest.
Yeah, isn't it? It drives you crazy.
That's why I didn't really care if I even talked to anybody really or not. Because I mean, everything I said, they turned it around and twisted it every which way and made it look like I was the biggest liar there was.
Oh, what you mean on YouTube or
on
just?
YouTube, yeah.
Well, I defended you every time because I'm the one that met you, and I'm like, it would piss me off. Like Jody, I'm like, every time somebody would say, oh, he played that.
I don't know. I feel like Jody Seward's got something involved in it.
Yeah, I mean, something's going on.
Because her and Andy didn't stay. You never seen them at the bottom of their hill or nothing. Never. You might see them pull up at their mailbox or something or get mail or something when Louise coming in or out or something other when you know. But for just standing down there listening and trying to figure out what's being said and stuff. So the summer went missing. They stood down at Bomb Hill for 3 solid days and nights. Their kids brought them food and stuff down there to them.
What were they doing? Sit in chairs or something?
Yeah.
Right
Sitting around and standing.
That is true. They were down there partying the days that led up. You know, it makes you wonder, were they all just on dope partying and had, you know, the dope was keeping them up? It's craziness.
There and sitting in, they had their car parked down there, sitting there and trying to listen, talk to everybody that was around right there and stuff. I mean, it just made me feel like they're trying to cover something up or something. I mean, that's just like that wood pile right there as you go up Wells' driveway. That wood pile happened the day after someone was missing.
He may be talking about after Summer went missing.
Wood pile, like, is it like just?
It's about gone now.
What is it, like logs or like for fire?
Like firewood, but see, they've never done nothing like that in the past or nothing. I just felt like way Dawn talked that she was deceased. I mean, right off. And then he made some kind of comment about some wood or something once. Seemed like, best I remember. Made it kind of like a joke, like, or something about some wood. I just feel like that they may have put her under that wood. That's what, I still feel like she...
Like buried underneath the wood?
Yeah, that's what, I still feel like that. I seriously still feel like that.
Did she sit down here at the end of the driveway?
As you started the driveway. It's right there on the left. Right, you see them green barrel things? It's right before you get them. I mean, it's right between their mailbox and them things. It's just right there at the edge of their driveway. I mean,
That's a weird thing to say. Jody Sue Brown is showing videos that she could actually hear things from 125, but I'm far from stupid. Her son was seen snooping around up there. He was recording the noise for Jody Sue Brown. Morning, Karen.
it's just weird the way it happened, the way they got the wood in and stuff, and it's still there.
Well,
But I
well,
noticed the other day, somebody been moving some. I mean, some people's got used some of it, or some they ain't near as much there as it was. But I noticed, like the last month or so, they really hadn't nothing been moved. I mean, the same amount looked like that, but like the last couple of weeks, I noticed when I'd be going by, I'd just glance over and stuff. Well, I'll just, I've run everything through my brain trying to figure this out, for something. But right in the center of it, somebody been moving some of that wood for some reason.
But you're saying it was there just a day after, or day
The very next day, after someone went missing.
Really?
Like
Well, I remember when Summer went missing, people was bringing firewood for them. People were dropping off firewood. I don't think it has nothing even remotely to do with Summer.
early that morning, next morning, like right every daylight.
But
it was just,
but they, how would they have? Wouldn't they have been seen like digging a hole there?
well.
Because wasn't there wasn't cops there for
necessarily,
Because I do know that they got a whole bunch. I know that people delivered.
That was like Don. He kept that one oldest boy with him, like glue. Right as soon as she went missing, that boy was not away from him. Period. He was with him everywhere he went, and he just actually did say like he wouldn't talk or nothing. Even like when he come here, he was with him. He just.
Oh, his oldest son was with him that night that Summer went missing?
Yeah, the oldest son was with Don.
Was
up here.
But was Don doing any drugs that night?
Well, he come up here and was just started talking about religion right off, and that is a red flag for me, because he never talked religion any other time he's ever come up here. The only time he ever come up here in the past is if he got in trouble with the law or whatnot, and wondering what he needed to do and stuff. And I'd tell him what I would do, if it was me in certain situations he was in. But,
like what was?
Yes, it was June. He was asking for firewood. That is true, but it's weird. It was June, but he did ask for it.
What are you wanting advice on?
Well, they once and he lied all about that. When he'd come in and found, I guess, Josie down there at Candace and stuff, and said he didn't tell me he run him up the road to shooting at him and all kinds of stuff like that. He didn't tell me that. He just let him like he come in down there, and then they got into argument, and then the law came, and they took and got him for domestic, but if it'd been domestic, it'd been him and her, not him and Josie.
Wait, so he was are you talking about when he got arrested before Summer went missing?
Yeah.
And
when she took a restraining order out on him.
And they dropped it. And when that Jose guy was up there?
Yeah, the Jose.
Did you hear that he passed away?
I'd heard somebody say something about it, but I just figured it was a hoax too or something.
No, he really passed away. That's crazy. He got so much, and it makes me wonder if it's like all the hate that he got on YouTube is because I know he was already depressed, and he finally came and spoke out, and then it wasn't even like a month or two later he killed himself.
I don't know.
You just had a mouse or something right there.
Yeah, they.
So man, I wish you guys.
Dawn, hey, see, Marlena, her father, Dawn, supposedly.
That's true,
This is
Stephanie.
coming from Marlena's father, was telling me that Dawn had come to him and was talking about they had sacrificed Summer to do away with their sins and stuff. There's another one. But anyway,
doesn't bother me.
See, he passed away now. I mean,
I don't think that happened either. I mean, it's not, it's not Abraham here. Don is definitely not Abraham.
to nobody can question him about it, you see.
When did he pass away?
Huh?
When did
He had a massive heart attack back, seemed like it was in February, end of February.
So just recently?
In the bed, or in the bathroom about 5 o'clock in the morning.
Did he do drugs or anything? Coke?
He used to years ago, but he got in church and stuff and straightened his life out and stuff. He was battling cancer and first one thing and other, but he just went in remission, I reckon, and stuff. He still had a lot of health issues and stuff.
What's his name?
Rick Crawford was his name.
And he told you, like...
He was talking about that Donna had come up there. They used to paint and stuff together, work together and stuff, and probably run coke and everything back in the day, the way I was taking it. You know, the way I gathered it from him, I assumed make ass of myself. But anyway, he's talking about Dawn to come to him and was, I guess, feeling guilty the way he talked, and was saying that they had sacrificed her to do away with her sins and stuff, and then something about her organ, something about they had taken sold her organs or something other.
Listen, guys, people who talk about organ harvesting and stuff, it has to be so sophisticated. Don't ever believe that in this case. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
That was how they had the extra money and stuff around down there at the time, and talking about they wish they hadn't done it and stuff then and stuff. But that's just what I was told, you know. How
would he have found somebody that would buy, or I wonder how he got in touch with some.
I feel like a church out there has got something to do with it too. I feel like it's a cult like church. I mean, that's the way I feel. I'm not for sure, but they're under investigation.
They are? Is that one of the things you're...
TBI.
Is that one
the door shut on it right now. Had been since someone went missing.
Oh, no, I went there. I went to church there the last time I was here.
I mean, not really since you went missing. They showed... Well, I don't think when exactly... They may have let them open it back up, I don't know. But I know they did, the TBI did shut the doors on it for a while.
Really?
Yeah. And they are under investigation.
Is that one of the things they told you not to say?
Some of it, yeah, I guess.
Well, I mean, if there's something that you say that need to tell me not to mention, because I don't want to. Some woman took some kind of video or something out at that church, and Dawn
exposed her, tried to put it like she was there trying to get children or something, and she was just trying to expose what was happening at the church.
Yeah, that was Molly Golightly. She had one of those spy pens or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and what had happened is she got a lot of shit for that because there was Robin, the one that was supposedly the Sunday school teacher or whatever. You know who Robin is?
I don't know who she is. I've seen her.
Yeah,
on YouTube.
Yeah, her daughter was on the camera, and so that's why Molly had gotten so much shit about it, because there was a kid in the...
Yes, I mean, be alive, I really would. And there's the one little part of me that feels like she is somewhere.
But
I don't know why, but there's a little part of me that says she'll shock the world.
But I wonder why... Do you think that Don really said that to that Rick Crawford guy, or do you think he's...
That is like this. When she went missing, when I come in about 7 o'clock that evening, she done all everything. Well, I probably come in about 8.
But you had already been in...
The whole holler shut down, you know.
You had already been in earlier that day, though, right? You were already in earlier that day, right? That's just when you came...
Yeah, I've been here all day up to about, I don't know, probably about 5:30 or something there. And that's when I went out. And then I come back in and got my trailer to haul that motorcycle. So that probably put it around 6:30 or something there. Between 6 and 6:30.
So right before she...
I didn't see nothing, nobody right there.
Right when she was...
Nothing at that time, you know. But when I come back in from the grocery store and taking that motorcycle, I ended up with another motorcycle on trailer coming back with it, which is sitting out there. But, what was I going to say? My mind went blank for a second.
You were saying how you went out when it was like just when you came back in at 7. You were about to say something about when you came back in at 7.
Yeah.
And I'd asked you.
I don't think exactly.
You got grabbed the trailer and motorcycle.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think how I want to say here, you know.
Oh, why?
Something. I want to word it.
Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't know if there was something you weren't supposed to say.
I come in. Say I come in at 8 o'clock, where the hall is shut down. Well, I come on up here, and then I actually walk back down there. Mm-hmm. And it is weird because just like within hours of missing, like Andy's died.
Oh, sorry. So I was just saying that Fred said he left at 2 or 2:30 that day. That's when he was hauling off cars. But then he came back, and then he left at 5 or 5:30 again for the bike. Then he got home around 7 or 8. We need to clarify that. See if they can clarify.
Older, the one that he's supposed to told that he seen her body. See, I was brought up that day, and he down there, and he allowed that he didn't know why she even said that, because Jody Sue asked him right then, you know, why did he tell her that? But she was talking about some psychics and stuff already on YouTube. I mean, it was just weird. There's a bunch of names got up on that she was saying about YouTube right then before before anything, you know, within hours of her missing, talking about, I was trying to think who she was talking about. There's 3 different, like, psychics that she was listening to and stuff, and making fun of and all kinds of stuff, and
one of them
talking to them. I mean, Summer's name was even brought up, you know, I mean, on YouTube right about then. It just, I couldn't figure how Summer's name got out there and that quick and stuff, and with certain ones, you know.
It was all within.
It made me feel like, I mean, this whole case makes me feel like that Hawkins County has done some fucked up shit. I'm gonna tell you straight up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if Summer Martin just show back up one day, and them just like bringing awareness of what could happen to people in the world. You know, I've thought about that a lot, because way they done a couple cases in the past and stuff. Like my best friend, he went missing December the 8th. They had his body December 21st. We tried to report him missing the same day. They tell us we can't report him missing because they seen him that day. But what they didn't tell us, they put him in a body bag that day. 2 years later, coroner folks up and called his mom. That's how we find out he's dead. They bring the cadaver dog, everything out, played a role. They put up big rewards, all that, during that 2 years. I mean, just like they're doing something. I mean, search all it. And they done had his body.
What was
Why
his
would
name?
they do all that? You know?
What was your friend's name?
Jason Arnold. But see, how could...
Okay, he's talking about Jason Arnold. Jason Arnold there.
County didn't like him.
Why didn't they like him?
I mean,
Just
he went in, if he got in trouble, he wanted to pull his time right then, and he give him hell. I mean, really give him hell at the jail and stuff. I mean.
so you're saying, okay, they said
didn't care if he was dead or not, really, what I was saying, you know, what I was trying to get at. Because he did move a little bit of drugs, but nothing like they wanted to allow, you know. They wanted to put it out there like he was the kingpin of all kingpins.
What about okay, I have so many. Oh my gosh, I have so many questions. So how reliable do you think that Rick Crawford is? Like, is he an honest man? Do you think that Don really said something?
A long ways, and me and him never told each other nothing that wasn't true.
So you think that Don really said something to him about sacrifice?
Just like Don, he kept trying to get me to wanting to give me a book about some kind of Christianity bullshit.
Ellen White.
He was digging in or something.
Ellen.
Someone sent BK a message last night and he read it about Cotton flashing $2,000 around. Cotton's car was found in a church lot. Did Cotton drive? That's scary if he did, because he was always drunk or messed up, you know what I mean?
Ellen White.
I felt like if somebody had actually sat down I mean, that's my feeling. The way everything happened right off the rip. I mean, him going straight to Christianity and stuff, and then why would Rick Robert have any? Why would he even bring up anything like that if it wasn't the truth? You know, I mean, because me and him went back a long time, and I mean, I ran coke for him and stuff years ago, and which I didn't know Don or nothing at that time.
So Don wasn't doing it?
All the time. I think him and Don used to work together painting and stuff, I think. Painting and shoot rock.
Carrie, I think it was Chad Arnold. Everyone that talks about Chad Arnold, including Don, they say he's a good guy. They say that he, might do a little drugs, but other than that, he's a good horse trainer, very, a decent guy. And Don has said he's actually been to Chad's mother's house.
And
Do you think Don ran coke for him too? Do you think Don, do you think Don ran coke for him too sometimes?
I'm not for sure.
Don claims...
I didn't know Don. See, I know... I went by down there one day. I forget what it was even over. Me and the old lady had rode around the hill down there, and I'd mentioned coke or something other, and just by me mentioning it, he went and spent right as soon as I left. It made me feel bad because Candace brought up later, when I'd seen her maybe 6 months on down the road past them, after I mentioned it, I talked,
Yeah, and he started fiending.
Trying to get him to go get none.
He started fiending.
And by just mentioning it, that he has a weakness for coke, I reckon, the way Candace talked. And if just by mentioning it, he would go and spend everything he got on it. Just by somebody mentioning it. He fiends for it so bad.
All right, let me find the second one. Actually, I might have the second one pulled up already. Give me 1 second.
I know she goes sick a little bit, but I let her, we was buying my away grandmother's place, and I had a canker pulled in over. That's what we lived in here too at first, when me and her first got together, and then we had moved to Russell County, Virginia on my grandmother's place, and I let my sister start staying there, and she got working on gravel and stuff.
What's gravel?
It's more or less like ice with grapples and stuff in it. I mean, it makes them trip. They see everything. Everything got to get them.
So she was tripping, and
she come in and will see my old lady, my kids.
Now, these captions are wrong, a lot of them, because it's hard for the computer to generate, because Fred doesn't talk clearly.
That morning they went to school, all of them but little Fred, and he was with Laura at the neighbors. The neighbors, old man was getting ready to come home from the hospital. He had cancer and stuff, and she went over and helped her clean up and stuff for him to come home. Well, during that time, there wasn't nobody there but me. My sister comes in my house, shoots at me while I'm asleep, and only thing saved me, we'd been shooting target practice the day before, My gun I had was registered, everything. I mean, I bought it straight out. It was registered. I had my gun carrying permit, everything. But
This was before you were
I
selling?
still don't know to this day why she done it. But the day before we been target practicing, she had 22 Dillingers open under 20 Magnum Dillingers. Well, she'd run out of shells. Well, I put some 17s in, the same casing, but the bullets little. That's the only thing saved me, because when she pulled the trigger, way the end of the shell's made, it just pops, you see. And the bullet ain't accurate then. It just gets loose in the barrel. When it come out, it missed me. But she just had one more shot. But I shot 2 rounds in the outside wall, top of the outside wall. And then she evidently went and called my mom down here from Russell County and told her a bunch of shit. And then my mom called over there and told them.
Thank you, Grace and Grit, for helping me out. Appreciate it. Very kind of you. I sent you a link about email from last night. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll look. Justin, where did it was? Marlena said something. When was it that Don bought that 2,000 worth of math? Because that's kind of coincidental if Cotton was missing $2,000. Interesting. I'm going to make a note of that and look. You know, Don said Candace gave, Don said the police gave Candace alcohol when Summer went missing, and then he said the TBI gave him some Coca-Cola. Why does he say that stuff?
I spoke up to Dez, and I told him, Laura Hoss, you done shot the house all upset and killed them all and stuff. And then, see, the SWAT team comes up. They didn't come out to see if anything going on or nothing. They sent SWAT team out with 26 felons, 6 misdemeanor arrest warrant right then. And see, that's what lost Young was over.
26 felonies?
Yeah.
Were you felons before that?
No. I ain't had no charge before that.
I knew you didn't have it.
I was going
to say, you don't have, like, before. I didn't find anything really on you. Not too much.
They took him.
I knew when Don got back the, I'll just say the virus money, I've got text from Candace saying that he spent it all of it up and didn't give her nothing. Zero, nada. And they got back like, I think it was like $6,000 or $8,000.
See, even when they got me, when they knocked on the door, I looked out the blind, I thought it was her.
Yes, Cotton died on Valentine's Day.
Come back to explain herself or something. See, I don't even know why she even done it to today. Only thing I can see
she was tripping.
I see that gun she's holding, I see her car keys in her left hand. I mean, just plain as day. She had this weird look on her face. I mean, she was standing right over me. I don't see how she missed me. But it went on through the bed into the floor.
Which sister was it?
My oldest sister, Julie.
And she was just tripping on that bath salt. Something like.
That's my opinion. I mean, I know she's been tripping.
Probably.
That day and stuff, and I'd placed in my mind why she'd even.
Doesn't that look like something from like the Blair Witch Project or something going down that road? It's creepy. It is one lane. You can't pass. you have to like back up into someone's driveway. One of you has to back up. You just can't pass.
Done it, you know. I mean, why she'd even try to harm me.
She never did something like that before to you? I'm sorry that happened. That's horrible. I can't even believe.
When they took me to jail, even though for 4 more days, they served me with, it's unrealistic for the charge they served me in there. On each child, like the children was there, and they was at school, they wasn't there. But they tried to say that they was there, and that's the reason they ended up losing them and stuff.
But there was one there, right? Just the one?
No, there wasn't none there.
Oh, all of them were at school.
No, little Fred was with Laura at the neighbors. They wasn't nobody there, but this me when my sister come in, you see, and done that. They're trying to say that I was shot in the wild while the young ones was there and stuff, and like it was me and her fighting and stuff, which it wasn't.
Oh my God.
And then the cops and stuff, they lied every time. So I went to court 15 times before I even got turned judge. I spent 3.5 years finally took a plea, got 36 in there.
You got what in there?
I took a plea.
And then they let you out?
No, they just laughed about it and stuff and threatened to hold me 4 more years. I'd been in front of court. Well, I was supposed to be in front of the judge. Every time I go, they would postpone it, so I went 15 times before I ever got in front of the judge. But that just like, even when, well, no, I'm lying. I had to go, not on my charges, but on the kids where they took them and stuff. I had to go to court and stuff over some of that, you know. I mean, social services and stuff. And that is like the woman that come in and took the kids and stuff out of the home. She's sitting on my lap, everything in courtroom. I mean, this is crazy shit, man.
Sitting on your lap?
Yeah.
Who was?
The woman that took the kids, the DHS worker.
Why was she sitting on your lap?
11 all of them and everything, just right there in the courtroom, just like nobody else was there. I mean, stupid shit. They, just like my young one sitting in there on the back row.
Tripping here?
Me sitting in there, cycle chain stuff, because they had me on high flight risk, because I hadn't lived in Virginia for like 6 months. When we moved to Virginia, didn't even leave my property, because I was afraid I'd get in trouble. I never even left the 6 months we lived there, off the property.
Why were you afraid you were going to get in trouble?
I just know how Virginia is. I mean, the laws and stuff, and you don't want to get in no kind of trouble or nothing. And stay home.
Because were you using or something and just used from home?
Oh, I was clean, yeah. I mean, when we first moved to Virginia, we cleaned up and hadn't done that in a long time. And we like $20 having enough money to make a light bill. And I called my mother and asked her to borrow you $20. She didn't have $20, but she had 30 rocks or 30s that I could sell or whatever, you see. Mm-hmm. And knowing if I had them and then down and out again, that I'm going to use more likely. Mm-hmm. It seems like it's always been push like that. Every time you try to get clean or anything, family and stuff, so always got you right back where they want you. It's all about control. I mean, everywhere I try to live, my mother.
Look at that house, guys.
Where they want you. It's all about control.
Look at that. That's neglect. That's neglect. I always say, even if Don and Candace didn't do it, those kids, poor kids, God bless them, they were neglected.
Everywhere I try to live, my mother.
I've wondered also if, I know, Grace, it's taken a toll on all of us, trust me, I know. Yeah, she's got some pink in her hair there, it looks like. But you wonder. I've wondered, did Candace go somewhere and was she just not watching the kids? Grandma was asleep, an accident happened, or, is she just not telling us the truth because she made up this story? Because the story that she's telling us, it's not plausible. Not in 2 minutes, not in 5 minutes. It's just not plausible. Like, if that happened, you had to have been gone.
Cause all kinds of shit and told people we rented off of instead of telling them, I'll rob them or I'll this or all that.
Why is that? Is your mom?
She won't. As long as I'm like this is her place, as long as I'm here, she's got control. She thinks.
Wasn't it something like that? She said that you guys were supposed to, or one of you guys was supposed to get inheritance or something like that.
Yeah, I was supposed to took in. See, we give up 2 different places in Virginia that we almost had paid off, and my dad, he was getting pretty bad off, hallucinating stuff, and what that was, my mom was poisoning me for strychnine.
Wow.
Poisoned her with strychnine. They going to charge me with it out of Green County.
Your dad?
Huh?
Your dad? Oh yeah, that's
what my mom was doing.
Right, your dad, but she was poisoning your dad.
And, he thought somebody was out to kill him and stuff.
And he never used drugs or anything?
No.
Did your mom?
No, Mom never.
She's just...
Well, she's on pain medicine now, but it's prescribed.
Does she have mental issues?
Or any kind of street drugs. I've never known does Mom or Dad need one.
But she has mental issues?
Huh?
She has mental issues? Mental issues? Mental, like...
Well,
I mean, I'm guessing if she's going to try to kill your dad, that you'd have to have something kind of wrong with you.
Something I guess.
Or was there money or something that she was trying to get? Like, life
she
insurance?
just gets mad at people and does stupid shit to get revenge on them. It ain't got to be nothing big.
Was she always mean to you as a kid? Was she mean to you as a kid and stuff?
No, she wasn't. My dad was real. We had walk on eggshells that our whole life. Just like when I was growing up, from age 7 on, I was either hunting or training horses or something. I was never hardly home at all. As soon as I got off the bus from school, I either hit the mountain or got on horse and I was gone until I went back to school next day and stuff.
I think speaking of the horses, I think that, wasn't it Jody Sue, like, saying that you used to ride your horse out here? Did you ever? Yeah, and I think she was trying to accuse you of stealing things or something. I don't know what she was trying to say. That lady's so crazy. Does she have a reputation?
That's probably when this man over here, I had a little mule, and this man over here, every time I had him tied up here, I'd tie him out and stuff, and he'd take and cut him loose. No matter what I put on him, even under lock and chain, he'd cut him loose.
What the heck?
And, he told me everything, man. He's not real. But I feel like he has threatened me that he would see that I wasn't in his car no more and stuff, no matter how extended he had to go, So.
Wow.
That came out of his own mouth.
Wow, something happened to you.
The property all around me now, I own, Mom owns 5 acres just right here, just like what you see in this bowl.
Yeah.
But he owns all the way around it.
Where did your grandfather live when he passed?
This next house right here.
He lives right there?
Yeah.
That's where he committed suicide?
That's what he had bought was my grandmother's.
That's the house that he committed suicide? Is that the one that's haunted?
It ain't haunted.
I guess Andy or somebody was saying that one of the houses on here is haunted.
No, this whole hall is really haunted. That's why nobody really travels this hall. But it's the biggest biggest travel hard they are. Everybody wants hard.
It seems like people.
Nobody will hunt this hard or nothing like coon hunt and stuff at night because of the spirits and stuff that's in here. I mean, they ain't none that harm you or nothing, but you just, a lot of people see stuff and then see, like in 1944, there's a man on a little spot on the top of the, what they call a little mountain, where chimney top and little mountain met. He passed away and he had monkeys at the time. And see, they turned them monkeys loose in here. And they're still in here.
Really?
And that's why a lot of people don't fool around in here because of the monkeys. So they will get aggressive, especially if you by yourself or a couple people.
This is the Ben Hill monkeys. I am done with this. The Ben Hill monkeys. Monkeygate. Monkeygate. I don't think the remains are Summers in Carroll County. Yes, there's supposedly monkeys that was released on Ben Hill years ago, or they got out of a cage or something like that. The Ben Hill monkeys. The only monkeys that are on Ben Hill is the meth monkeys. That's the monkeys on Ben Hill, the meth monkeys.
They'll say it's different, but if you by yourself or walking anywhere in here, you better have something back them off because they will come in and.
I bet you Ziggy was. I can just see like math equations and everything coming from her head right now when she's talking about Fred's talking about these monkeys. Huh? What do you mean monkeys?
You've seen actual monkeys out here? You've seen monkeys out here?
Yeah. I mean, big monkeys.
Like,
all little monkeys, I'm talking about big monkeys. And they don't climb the trees like you think and stuff. They stay on the ground most times. I mean, big. I'm talking about 150, 200 pound monkeys.
wow.
I mean, I don't know a lot about the primates other than I am one. But that would be a gorilla if it was 200 pounds, wouldn't it?
I wonder how they would survive in the cold weather, like the winters.
Well, like it gets down to about, say, 37 degrees, you won't hear one, no signs of one nowhere. They weren't hollering here earlier, like, well, they weren't this time. Tonight, it was last night, it was hollering early last night. But they'll start out and sound like a horned owl. They'll hoot a time or two, and then...
Someone said Bigfoot. You know something? Ben Hill is the only place where I would say I would believe it, because I think anything is possible on Ben Hill Road. Listen, you want to find Bigfoot? Go to Ben Hill Road. Sasquatch, whatever, go to Ben Hill Road, because anything is possible.
You'll hear one way off, then once it answers the little heat, they'll cut loose, all kinds of crazy shit. But August is evidently the breeding time because you hear them day and night. Then usually you just hear them of the night, other than the month of August. The month of August, they get really aggressive, seem like.
Yeah, there is. I believe there is a news article about the monkeys.
I mean, they'll come in close on you. And, I mean, they come in right here. I only talk about the edge of the woods. in the trailer and stuff. It's crazy. I had somebody come here about a month ago and they sitting in the car out there and I talked to them. They one hoot even he said, "That's a big old owl." And I just kind of laughed, you know. And he said, "What are you laughing at?" I said, "You'll find out in a minute." And I heard that one answer. He heard again, there's one way through your answer. And boy, he cut loose. And when they cut loose, cavalry's coming. I'm talking about, you can hear them coming.
What's coming?
I'm talking about 30, 40 feet at a time. Coming running. In. It's crazy, I mean. But I've been around all my life.
The monkeys?
Yeah, monkeys. They go human like face. They go bigger nose.
I need to clip that and make it a sound bite. Ziggy saying, "The monkeys? The monkeys?"
Like, but they go human like face. They go more like a beard like, but they go like a mane like a lion. And they most times, ones I've seen, it's hard to really see them. You hear them more than you see them. But if you hadn't ever experienced them and stuff, you'd think it was an owl at first, you know, a horned owl hooting. But once they cut loose, you know right off that it's not no owl, you know, because they sound like names and everything. I mean, it's crazy.
Wow.
I mean,
You should get that on tape because,
I used to, because I already said this life on I doubt they spoke of them. They get mad as hell. So I've lost my teeth now that I can't make it direct as I see used to. I mean, like that sound, how you go around.
Because I thought monkeys only lived in warm weather. And I didn't think there was any in the United States, actually. I thought...
Well, they was probably brought in here illegally. And I'm assuming, and see, when that man passed away, the family didn't have nothing to do with them. So, I mean, they just more or less open cages and turn them out. And then they just, until the late 90s, you didn't hear them nowhere but this holler. But now, I've heard them like towards Rogersville, on down that way, and on the different places. But for the longest time, like up to the late 90s, I'm thinking that
maybe it's Bigfoot. Maybe it's Bigfoot.
No, it ain't Bigfoot.
Do you believe in Bigfoot?
Yeah, I believe in Bigfoot.
You do?
Yeah, there's stuff in these mountains and stuff that people never seen.
Yeah, probably. I don't even think that there's monkeys in Florida. I'm trying to think where monkeys are in the wild.
Monkeys in Florida. They call them squirrel monkeys. There's squirrel monkeys down here. But the monkeys I'm talking about, they're big monkeys that's been brought in here probably from Africa or somewhere. I mean, they're not
like gorilla type monkeys.
Yeah, they're big and stuff. I mean, they're big enough to hurt you bad.
Yeah.
I'm talking about things teeth stick out like that. I mean.
Well, do you think it's possible that an animal could have got from her?
Not likely. It's all dogs. I just don't see no animal that come in.
What about bear? Have you seen bear back here?
Yeah, I fed him on my hands. I mean,
what kind of bear?
Like bears. They was a brown bear.
Hey, Dana, what did you send, hun? Ken is big and never shaves. Maybe he's... Oh, addicted to art. Angel Overstreet was why I started my channel. That's the first video I ever did. She's in the same state. Let me know what you mean, Dino. I feel so sorry for these kids, man.
time, but he's been gone for 5 years, so he come in here. First time I seen him was in '84, and I just like he had to kill this heifer calf right here in this next field, and she probably 600 pounds and carried her, and you couldn't see a drag mark or nothing. I don't know about this bear was 1,100 pounds on this bear. He's a brown bear. Everybody let on like, oh, it is a blonde back bear. He wasn't no blonde back bear, because I know he brought the bear in here. He was one of my uncles that went Arab from war, and he come all the way through Alabama and Georgia and stuff, leading it with the chain. I got pictures, or did have pictures. It's been burnt now, and that's where the bear comes from, you know. And he was here till from probably the 60s from to, I'm saying 5-6 years ago, was the last time I seen him, and I figured he got old enough he just died of old age, well, I figured. Because they ain't nobody missing and kill or anything.
So are there any bear attacks around here?
I've not never heard none. I mean,
because now that's what people, like...
Bears, I don't think it's dangerous to people once in a while. Because I've not had no trouble out of them. I mean, stand your ground with them. They'll come in a lot of times, try to get you to run and stuff. If you run, they might get you. I don't know. Because I ain't never run, but...
What do you do?
They'll come and you pretty much just stand there and make if they try to rush you, just stand your ground, just throw your hands out like that. I have smacked them and stuff. I mean, you just stand your ground with them just like you would somebody. I mean, for real. And
make yourself look bigger like that.
Animals is really intelligent, a lot more than people think. Animals, I've raised all kinds of animals, and they're so intelligent.
Yeah.
They're pretty much just like we are. And if you talk to them just like we are, they understand everything you say.
Yeah. Do you know Clyda Trent? The one, I guess she used to live over there at Don and Candace's at one, like back when his mom was alive or something maybe. I think she's related to the Trent girl that went missing. Have you ever, I started to ask, well, I did talk to your girlfriend about it, but, kind of, but I figured you'd know more about it.
Yeah, she's, Lord, me and her, when we got together, I think Miss Gooden, they've been already paid.
About the same year, I think she said, 2007.
Yeah,
I think Karen Good passed in 2007. Is there any chance that she was like a sister wife? Have you ever heard anything about sister, like people having multiple wives, like anything about that with Don's dad? Okay, because I noticed he has Don's dad has like several.
Here we go. Hold on 1 second. Dinah sent me this. Let me find it. Give me 2 seconds.
The monkeys?
Yeah, monkeys.
The monkeys?
Yeah, monkeys.
The monkeys?
Yeah, monkeys.
The monkeys?
Yeah.
The monkeys?
Yeah, monkeys.
That's cute, Dinah. Funny stuff.
I guess he has several kids by his moms, and I didn't know. And also, when Don,
He talked about like his mom moved from like California or something to Virginia, and then it was like a cult-like thing or something, or the man that she moved in with or something, or in Virginia or something like that was a cult-like way Dawn had mentioned something like that, you know.
that she was,
I ran with summer with, every summer with Miss Me talking about something, I don't know what
What with his mom? His mom was involved in a cult.
Mom said he's like everybody, his mom had a relationship or anything. This was more or less like a cult,
When he was with
Where Summer, I think they want Candace's DNA. That's whose DNA I think if they're asking for anyone's, I think it's Candace's. They have Don's DNA. It should be in CODIS already. You bet Don and Candace will be a no-show in court. Probably they don't do any. They haven't done anything to work their plan. They think getting a lawyer is going to save them, but it doesn't. You either do the plan or you don't get the kids back. It's really that simple. You work the plan, you will get the kids back. You don't work the plan, and trust me, guys, I've worked with CPS for over, 12 years now. And you work the plan, they'll give your kids back, and they give you time after time. 6 months again, 6 months again, they'll give you another 6 months. But you start hitting about the year and a half mark, they're done. They're done. They're not good. I mean, and they should be. If you can't get your shit together in a year and a half, 2 years, what's it going to do? That they just had to do the plan. CPS, that, trust me, I mean, they want to keep families together at all costs, and that's the way it should be. You have kids, you should have your family. Take care of them. Cherish your kids. Love them. They're your replacement. But a lawyer is not going to fix it. The lawyer is going to look at you and say, well, did you do your plan? Oh, no. Okay, well, I can't help you. You can't keep stuff out of your nose and down your, alcohol off of you. And you can't even stay off the internet. So, I mean, your place is better than it was, but it's still, a dungeon downstairs. And they don't take everyone's kids away that a child goes missing either. Brandy and Tyler, they didn't lose their kids when Michael went missing. They took the kids because they were neglected. And Candace has the paper. She'll never show it though. Work the plan. Get your kids back. But that's, the kids don't want to come back. They wrote the judge. They told their workers, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Don and Candace tore up their parent card a long, long time ago. Multiple CPS workers, multiple states, multiple kids, different times, all of them concluded that they are not fit parents. That's not me saying that. That is just the truth.
when she was with that Kelly guy, like he was, she was married at.
I mean, there's nothing more in the world that I would like to see than Don and Candace get their stuff together and have a family. But they are just too neck deep in their addiction and about them. And, after 60 years, Don acting like this and ever how Candace is, like, it's just not going to change. probably, in my opinion.
At least 3 times. So you're saying Don was talking about his mom was involved, or his mom, or some guy that she was involved with was in a cult, right? Is that what you're saying? Before her last husband.
Yeah. Well, he said like everyone that she had any kind of relation with was a cult. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Do you think? I was wondering if maybe she was a sister wife.
Like when Rick Robert talking about, telling me about what he had told him, you know, and stuff, and by them, if they did say about it, it'd have to be some kind of cult, you know. So that would kind of relate back to probably his mom and all everybody. His I don't know how to say it, like.
Because they were all, his family is like Mormon, LDS Church, Latter-day Saints, but the part that they're like a part of, they're not like, usually it's the fundamentalists that have several wives. Anytime you need to go, just let me know. Sorry. Okay. Because I really feel like that his mom was a sister wife to a lady named Clyda Trent, who's actually still alive, and she's the one that inherited that house up there. It went to her, who was supposedly his Karen Go's supposed best friend, before it even went to Don. Don got the house off that Clyda Trent lady. And I was thinking, like, that sounds like some type of sister wife, like she was the other wife or something, and it went to her. Like she was, like, I don't know, but, and because the reason why I thought that is because I was noticing stuff with that with Don's dad. Like he had a lot of different, like, girls. I mean, I know that's normal now. Guys will have kids from different women, but like back then, I'm having a hard time finding any birth certificates on any of his family. And
I believe they was trying to stay under the radar or something. I mean, I really, kind of way I take it, way I've heard them talk. I mean, I didn't hear everything he said or nothing, but this way I gathered stuff, the way they said stuff and this and that, like they've always tried to stay under the radar, like carnivals and stuff like that, working with.
Well, the thing is, if you know, worst comes to worst, they can get the DNA from the boys. Even they can do that. You know, if Candace doesn't give it up, then or they can get a warrant and get her DNA if they need it that bad.
Circuses and stuff, and most times when people are doing that, they're trying to stay under the radar, and a lot of times they'll use same name, the name of the kid, pretty much.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah. Why does it do that?
It throws people out so they don't know exactly which one is done stuff. A lot of times. Because they throw that name out there and then it could be him. You know?
That's true. Yeah, because like...
Then it's hard to charge all of them because they had to be one of them, and proving which one of them is hard a lot of times.
But see how, like, you see how your dad's name's Ronald Fred, but you're Fred
Jr.
And Junior's are your actual middle name, right? It's not actually, you're not a junior, you're just...
my son's name Fred
Junior.
The second.
Okay, but see, like Don, yeah, he has a son.
It's crazy. It's like at the end of the road when you first turn his holler, hey, Donnie Wales, or Donnie Chambers.
Okay.
And then the next house on the other side is Donnie Wales.
Okay.
And then the next place up is another Donnie.
Don
the
Sherpy?
See, Don.
So Shirky,
There's another Don.
they call him Blue House Don. I guess he has a blue, or maybe that might be the first one that was talking about. There's something about Blue Roof Don or something. One of them has, that's what they call him on YouTube. I don't know.
I know the person that's turning in the holler, I know he broke his neck in the pool.
Shirky, that's the one, his son that got in trouble with a bunch of child porn, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think I've heard something about it or something other, I don't know.
you didn't ever hear anything like that with Don? With Don Wells, you didn't hear anything about any?
No, I had never thought any way that Don would, anyway, for these kids. Because every time I seen Dawn or Candace, Dawn usually was one that was trying to take care of the kids and stuff, and I even told him one day, I said, if it wasn't you and kids, this hotel, what would happen, with them. But I don't know what thing now,
She was mentioning something that, okay, so I brought up that truck down there that you said, when did you get that from him?
About roughly 2 months before summer.
And was it blue or red? Because he was driving around the red one.
No, that matter. It's a real dark cover, hunter green.
Because he had a red truck that he was driving around,
I've never seen on no red truck.
And maybe it was that one, because the red interior looks like...
It's not been drove in probably 25 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
He's been like that right there. He come here one night, and I was working on a motor out here, and he mentioned that truck had a motor in it that's supposed to be rebuilt and stuff. That's how it come about. He'd give me that truck for the motor and stuff out of it.
So it hadn't been driven for a long time when you went and towed it down here?
He never drove that truck. Darn it.
Because he was driving around the truck.
For some parts off of it, to somebody else. He hadn't never drove it.
Because he was driving around a truck that's on his Facebook that has like a red interior, kind of like that. If you get a chance, try to look that up and see. Because it
only truck he done, he drove a black looking truck, something like that. But I think it had blue interior. Best I remember did. He drove a 4-wheel drive truck, a light blue one, which is still down there. Well, every truck that he's ever drove.
Don and them, they have had so many trucks and cars. It is just insane to keep up with.
That I've ever seen drive is still down there. I've never seen him drive no red truck.
Did they make you pay for that?
Here in a minute, we're going to talk about the missing or the unidentified child out of Carroll County, Virginia.
Or did you give him anything? Okay. Yeah. The reason why I asked, it has nothing to do with the truck, really. It's because when your wife, or I'll just say wife, even though you're not married, you've been together longer, said that she went with you, right? Did she go with you to pick up that truck up over on Lincoln? And it's when she went there, that was just like a month or two before Summer went missing? Okay. And Candace was there. And that Candace was pregnant.
Yeah.
And that
Candace had a young about, I'm thinking about months before Summer went missing and give it up, She's had supposedly several since Summer. Best I remember, it come out of Candace's own mouth, down there that she'd give it up, keep on living the lifestyle.
That's so weird that, Fred and Laura both say that Candace was pregnant like a month, but it's such a far stretch to think that, unless Candace was having them, the kids at home or something, that would be, but I can't, maybe it was Fred who confessed to cotton or something that a visitor told. I don't know. It's so weird though.
Or going through the lifestyle or something other as the family or something. It didn't make sense. You know, I took it like they were being molested or something other or something.
Is that why he was getting rid? Or because she was getting rid of all the girls?
That's what, yeah. See, she talked like she had 2 girls out of summer that Dawn, she didn't know she was pregnant with one of them at all until she done had it and done give it up and stuff that day, you know, before he even got off work that day. And then it caused a big problem and stuff like for a while, I reckon. But
So, but she
about
was
a month back there was about a month before summer was missing. You couldn't even tell she's pregnant or nothing. I mean,
because she said, Roy said that Candace stood up.
I mean, yeah, she could have been doing it for money, you know. But, also remember when Dawn was in jail and Candace was kind of in hiding. There's a picture of her like she was at the DMV or something, and her belly looked big, and everyone thought she was pregnant there. So I don't know.
And Laura said she noticed her stomach like she looked like she was like she was pregnant. And she said that Candace was like, "Yep, I'm pregnant again." And this was like when we were going to get that truck.
yeah.
Well, they deny any type of kids. They deny the only one that I know of that it was one that was before summer. One girl before summer supposedly, and
But they should be in 2 after summer.
was she going to the hospital and having them, or was she just having them?
She was, but
Or was she selling them?
Bertie, I'm going to show you the property where she was found and everything.
Well, you got me wondering now.
If she sold them, have them and not.
There's just like 2 or 3 minutes left of this.
I mean,
Yeah, like selling them.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering now. Because she did told us she went to the hospital without us checking into it or anything. We wouldn't know, you know. And just assumed that she did. Just taking it.
Because, I mean, like, how would anybody know? You know what I mean? It's like, because you know what? It makes sense. Because when Summer went first missing, she was bigger.
Is that true? Has anyone heard that Dawn went to see Fred the first day he was in jail?
I mean, and I thought she's like lost a lot of weight, and I thought, oh, it's just the stress of everything going on. But then when your wife told me about that, I'm like, wait, she was bigger and she's lost a lot of weight. That makes sense.
There's been several people that we talked to that has even asked us, you know, have you heard that? We've heard that Candace told us that she was pregnant and stuff, and this and this and this. I said, yeah, we've heard, you know, through Candace. And so it ain't just us that knows, it's other people too. Few other people.
Who is there anybody you could say or keep them out of it?
I know Vicky Dykes. She hung around Vicky Dykes for a while.
Vicky Dykes.
Yeah, I don't think that she's been questioned or nothing much. She hadn't lived around. She used to live when you get there in the holler and you turn up the main road, the first house on the left. That's where they hung out a lot. Wales used to go out there and drink with Vicky's old man, which is Bill Benton. So he got arrested down here.
Bill Benton?
About 6 months ago or so, at the Waleses.
Really?
Yeah.
For what? 6 months ago?
Yeah, about 6 months ago.
After Summer went missing? For what?
They had a party or something, what I gathered or heard, you know, they had some kind of party or something other, and I don't know, supposed to like 5 or 6 of them beat him up or something and called law on him or something.
And this was at 110? This was at 110 Ben Hill?
Yeah.
Bill Benton.
That's true. I don't even know if if a felon can visit another felon. Bill Benton, by the way, Bill Benton.
Do you have a pen out here? I wish I would have brought. I have it. It's not a big deal. I just.
Good deal. Go and do it.
Yes, when you're pregnant, your nose widens because your body needs more oxygen because you're breathing for it too. Isn't that amazing how God, takes it, he fixes it all. Okay, let's look up this little girl in Carroll County. Okay, this is Name Us. Very good website. We're going to go to Virginia. Okay, and we're going to go to unidentified. Well, maybe here. Resources. Let's see. Let's try this. Here we go. All right, so we're just going to go to state. Let's see here. Reset. Okay, I was doing this the other day. How do I do it? Shit. Let's see here. Can y'all see it? Virginia. Okay, search. There we go. 353 missing persons. All right. So these are no, I don't want missing. We want unidentified. It's so much easier to do on your phone. Give me a minute, guys. Unidentified. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to go to, because it shows even everything on here. Let me find it. Pull this up 1 second. Oh, 1 second, guys. I got something in my. All right, let me see if I can find it here. It's under where's it under? It's under the state. Okay, Virginia. There we go. Hold on. Virginia. All right, There we go. Search. Okay, perfect. Now it's under right here. Oh no, it's this one right here, 4 to 7. Oh, sorry, I need to pop it up. All right, so it's from, sorry, I had people in my office, guys. September 6, 2022, 4 to 7 years of age. And then let's see here. It says sex unsure, pre-adolescent, 4 to 7. Weight cannot estimate. Estimated year, the PMI. They think that she had been there 5. He or she, the child, had been there first. Now there's gray blue sleeping bag, white blanket with pink flowers and Winnie the Pooh, fragments of orange pink cloth. It says near the body. Now I'll show you. Okay, images. Here we go. Where the hell did the images go? They were just there the other day. That's so weird. Images and documents. The medical examiner, Laura Newell. That is so weird because the other day you could see. Hold on. Give me 1 second so I can see if I can pull it up on my phone and see if the images are there. Hold, please. I'm using my laptop and they came up for me. Maybe refresh your page, Justin. That's so weird. Okay. Just refresh it. It says no documents or images. Oh, hold on. Let me turn my VPN off. Maybe that'll do it. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Just turn my VPN off. Let me see if that'll change it. That's so weird. Skeletal remains of a young child were found in a trash can in a wooded area. Okay. Damn it. I'm trying to find it on my. See if it's on my phone. If it is, I'll save it and then I'll show you there. Most things are weird these days, Sandy. Yeah, that's true. Virginia. Search. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's so weird. It's showing on my phone. All right, here, I'm going to save these and then I'll just. It's weird how. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to email these to me. Because I want to know y'all's opinion on this. If you think it looks the stuff that was found with her looks 5 years old or not. Now, some of you might find this maybe a little graphic because it's obviously been weathered and there's there's been a dead body around it. So if you get squirmish to things like that, then it may not be for you. Second. All right. Here we go. All right, here's the first one. Do they have an estimated height? No, estimated range 4 to 7, pre-adolescent. Height cannot estimate. Weight cannot estimate. Skeletal remains of a young child were found in a trash can in the wooded area. My guess would be, all right, let's think about this. If this is maybe a 5-year-old, but a 6 or a 7-year-old, the child would be in school, right? This was, when did they find this? They found the body September 6, 2022. Okay, next slide. So they think the body had been there for approximately 5 years. You're welcome, Exploited. They aren't sure it was from 2017 either. Yeah, that's an estimate, unless they're homeschooled. Correct. 5-year-old born after a date in December wouldn't go to school until next fall. Yeah, that's right, April. They can do the. Okay, this is. I don't know if this is like a sleeping bag. How many missing children are there at that approximate age? Don't know. You know, this child, we don't know if this child was even ever reported missing. That's the thing. Is it? It is possible they dated it as older because the child had suffered such neglect and malnutrition because it appears. Um, you know, what is it? The PMI. They're usually, usually somewhat fairly accurate. And this is the last one. And you can see there's shell, uh, what we call maggot shells, casings there. Yeah, so it's supposed to be um, a gray and blue sleeping bag, white blanket with pink flowers, and Winnie the Pooh fragments of orange and pink cloth. 1 second, please. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Say believe means they. Yeah, so it's let me go back to CODIS here. Um, her NamUs number is UP99035. They found remnants of 1 to 2 inches strand of straight hair, and they don't know the hair color, though. Okay, let me show you the map, by the way. Okay, so this is where server error. Let's see here. Okay, so let's. Can y'all see that? Oh, y'all can't see that. Hold on 1 second. Let me show you this. So she was found. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I had someone in my office. How long did they thought the remains had been there? They think upwards to 5 years. Let me look at this name is here. I'm gonna look at something. Or the gas station. Let me search something here. Let's try this. Okay. All right. So let's go right here. So she was found like in this wooded area. Yeah. On this side. So she was found somewhere like in a wooded area out here. How long has Oakley Carlson been missing? I don't know. In my opinion, Candace scared her DNA used in other minor voice cases. You have to have mother's DNA. Yeah. You know, this is like, let's look, hold on, let's look at this. If we go out here, all right, what I'm going to do is, let's check this. 10 Ben Hill Road to, where is this at? Fancy Gap, Virginia. Let's see here, 652 Kelly Road. Kelly Road, Fancy Gap, Virginia. Driving directions. Let's see. Let's see here. 110 and Hill Road. All right, so if we do this, let me show you this. Give me 1 second, and I'm going to pull up the directions, which I got them pulled up already. That is 2 hours and 11 minutes away. From literally there, from Ben Hill to 652 Kelly Road. Maybe that's why they can use barrels to burn the trash. The remains was in a garbage can. They didn't. So where was Don working that day? Well, if Grandis had tell the. So this is close to Mount Airy, North Carolina, which is where Mayberry. That's how. It's right there. You can take a couple different ways. But this would be the. I forget. Don was working in. Where was Don working at? Jonesboro. Okay, still about the same. 139 miles. Okay. Interesting. What's that? What's that about, Cassie? Did they just find these remains just recent? No, they found. Here, I'll pop it up. They found the remains September 6, 2022. And it's partial skeletal remains, which means, something may have gotten in there. It's when people purposely get pregnant to collect kids. Hey, Grandma Rose. The Meadows, yes. Was as meeting place in Wise, Virginia. What's Cassie saying? Dawn is familiar with Wise. Wheeze? Is it Wise or Wheeze? 3 years ago and still haven't identified them. Correct. And this is where she was found, like in the wooded area back here somewhere. But it's right off the interstate. Oh wow, this is from 2008. They don't even have any more updated. Yeah, like right off in that area. Let me check this. Wheeze, Virginia, W-E. How do you spell that? W is it Wiese or Wise? W-I-E-S-E. W-I-E-S-E. Okay, maybe we're both spelling it wrong, Cassie, because W-I-E-S-E. It's not a city. It's what? Oh, it's what? That's the county. Wise County. Okay, Wise. Okay, so look at this, y'all. Look at this. So Jonesboro, from Jonesboro to Wise County is an hour and 29 minutes. And it's on the border of Tennessee, Virginia, Kentucky, not far from West Virginia, right? That's not really that far. No. Didn't Don go to Kentucky? Don said he went to Kentucky right after. And how does Don have links here? Like how? From Ben Hill Road, it's an hour and 23 minutes. It should be enough. Oh, yeah, it's right there on the Kentucky line. Right there on the Kentucky line. You're from Wise County? What was the name of the scrap place that day? Oh, hold on. Let me look. Uh, it is. I can't remember what it's called. Does anyone remember? I can't remember. Hilltop Salvage. That's it. Thank you, tattoos. Let me find Hilltop Salvage. Hilltops. Oh no. Salvage and sales. Hilltop Auto Parts, is that it? Okay, that's in Kingsport, I do believe. That's at 29. Looking this up. So that is 27 minutes. 27 minutes to the salvage place from Ben Hill. Fred said it's the one like you're going to Virginia. I do remember that. Wasn't Dawn in Arkansas then? When? Yes, he did. No explanation. Hold on one second. All right, sorry about that. What is it, Smiley? I was watching something recently and they traced the land to Dom's family, but they couldn't find a direct link to. I don't know, guys. Don't know. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. I might be live later this evening. We'll have to see. I'm going to do some work and all that. So, but I love you all. Appreciate you. Hit the thumbs up if you haven't hit it already. I would appreciate it. Thank you all so much for your support. Justice for Summer Moon, Utah Wells. I'm going to be doing a new case later. Maybe this evening. If not, I'll do it tomorrow for sure. A young woman missing. So I'll let y'all know. Love you all. Appreciate it. We'll see you guys in the next one. One love. Thank you. Check your email. Okay. Love you all. Thank you all. Bye-bye.